So if you look at agent architecture, what we did was, yeah, this is the architecture of one single agent, where the safe AI and the responsible AI components are now built within the agent itself. It is not a third party. So which made Lyzr agents responsible by design. Think of this scenario, right? If you've enabled PIA redaction, personally identifiable information redaction, and when the agent intercepts an input from a user or from another agent where it has a PII data, the agent automatically stops I mean, I would say processing it. It does not go to the backend LLM, which means you're compliant. You're by default, your business is compliant, not sharing the data with your large language model in the backend. And similarly, when an LLM produces an output, and if you have enabled groundedness, which wherein the agent checks against true facts, the agent is able to verify if the output is accurate, is it closer to the ground truth? If not, it can send the feedback back to the LLM and the whole loop continues until this condition is met. And only then it moves on to memory processing and tools. Now think of an enterprise scenario. You're not building one or two agents. You're building 100,000 agents down the lane. And you need you need a way to establish or push these compliance centrally as an organization, allowing your developers and business users to build without having to worry about, say, being non-compliant. So that is why we always uh, wanted to have a much better control on the framework. So we wrote our own framework, and which allowed us to do what you are seeing here. This update was launched in October 2024. It's been about 8 months now, which really opened up the way enterprises are adopting Lyzr today. So that's the primary difference between how we go to market from a framework perspective and the design perspective.
On the similar line that the NDA agent you showed was calling an LLM behind the scenes. So while processing such sensitive documents, we don't want to send all the information of our customers and clients to the LLMs. So what are
Correct.
we doing to ground and hide sensitive information from LLMs?
Correct. That's a very good yeah, use case where you still want the LLMs to review the customer NDA or the vendor NDA, partner NDA, but you don't want the data to go in. So that's where the PAI data or restricted keywords, etc., comes into picture. Another question from Harsha is, okay, why AI SDRs are failing badly? It's pretty straightforward. We've done about close to 4 million of business contracted ARR, I would say, last year before we pulled the plug and called off the whole thing. It's not the fault of the AI SDR itself. The agents still write really good emails. The issue was mostly the product market fit. Many startups and SMBs went, I mean, I would say they fell prey for the whole promise that the technology had. Companies made tons of money. A lot of ASDRs made tons of money from unsuspecting customers, and they ended up obviously really unsubscribing. ASDRs, the thought process was they were the set of agents to carry a target. If you think about it, the target was, hey, book me 20 meetings a week. They were the agents that carried target on their back, which is crazy that way. You never had that expectation on something like Jasper. All you wanted Jasper was to write blog posts. As a customer, you never had such, I would say, expectations from ChatGPT. You just wanted ChatGPT to chat with you. But when it came to AI SDRs, the customers had these demands in place that it needs to book so many meetings, it has to have such email response rate, etc., which is why it really fell flat. For few customers, it did work. Very few customers, I would say, teeny tiny number, because they had a better product, they had better offers, and there was a natural, say, they were part of a natural buying cycle. But when it comes to other, most 99.99% of the companies who tried ASDR, just the expectation mismatch was so high. And that's the reason it failed. And today, we made it free on our platform. We are saying just free, go ahead and use it. Only the enterprise version comes under the basic plan of $99. Again, there is no price on the agent itself. It's just the plan for which you get credits to use. But otherwise, we realize that agents, AI SDR should be absolutely free. I'll take probably two more questions and we'll jump back into this into the uh, module today. From your experience, what is the deal velocity like when selling agents? Do you spend a lot of time with brainstorming and POCs? Um, Answer is kind of yes and no. Um, when I say yes and no, there are from a customer point of view, obviously, who would want to pay if there is no proof? But again, from a agent platform point of view, we have made it very open, as you guys could see. There is a community plan. You get 500 credits every month. You can go and build on your own. But when customers expect support from us, further additional support either from us or from our partners, then we kind of need a commitment from our customers saying, hey, you know what, you're going to try a lot of things, but we want to work with you to really understand and go through those, the whole matrix that you saw to see where do they fit in before we commit to build something for them. So that is something that we kind of ask from our customers today before we kind of start building the POCs and and the whole proof of value, the prototypes for our customers.